everyone, this is Rabbit Animation Bliss, and welcome to my underrated obscure cartoon corner. Today's cartoon I'll be talking about today is Pippi Longstocking, the 1997 movie. And the person who recommended me this movie is ChipmunkzChipettezfan 123, and you can check out the link to their channel in the description box below. And before I get into this review, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It could be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when we can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean that there's a bit of anime news released during the week that we wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And now let's get into this review of Pippi Longstocking. So Pippi Longstocking is based off the book called written by Astrid Lindgren. I bet I pronounced the last name wrong, but anyway, this movie was made in 1997, and basically what this movie is all about is about a young girl named Pippi who spends most of her life going out to sea, but then one day her father ends up getting lost at sea, or he ends up falling out of the ship, and he ends up telling Pippi, you know, you need to go to Villa Coola and wait for me there till I get back into the land. Excuse me. And so Pippi ends up going to Villa Coola in this nearby harbor, and when she moves in, she ends up meeting these two kids named Tommy and Annika, and she becomes fast friends with them. But then she ends up meeting this woman named Miss Priscillius, who wants to take Pippi to a children's home because she believes that Pippi shouldn't be home at Villa Coola by herself since she's still a young child, and she wants to make sure that Pippi is not doesn't get hurt or whatever. And then later on in the movie, Pippi meets these two robbers who are trying to rob her when they find out that she has all this gold in Villa Coola. And that's pretty much the gist of this whole movie. So what are my thoughts about Pippi Longstocking? I thought it was a very cute movie. Like, I like the fact that Pippi, the way Pippi is portrayed in this movie is that she's portrayed as being a very friendly, if a bit misguided young girl. Like, it shows that she's very friendly with everybody she meets, but you could tell that she doesn't know a lot about the things on a lot about the things that she should know. Like, a lot of adults would say she's misbehaving, but I kind of look at it as a way of, you know, she doesn't understand a lot of things because she spent most of her life on sea, so she probably doesn't know a lot of etiquettes that you would know on land. She's never been to school before, so she doesn't know a lot about arithmetics or how you're supposed to behave in school. And a lot of adults in this film complain that she misbehaves a lot. But again, I see it as her, you know, not really learning how to behave because she's been at sea all her life and she never really had a chance to really settle down and be near other people. So I do like the fact that this movie addresses that in the sense that Pippi is still a very friendly person, but she does misunderstand a lot of things because of how she was brought up and the fact that she lived at sea for most of her life. So I understand that aspect of her character, and I really enjoy Pippi because she's such a friendly character, but she's also spunky and she's also very strong, and I like that aspect of her character. You can see that she can take care of herself in any kind of dangerous situation. So I like how the movie shows all of that. And then I like the fact that she's friends with Tommy and Annika. In this movie, it shows that Pippi's trying to be friends with other people. Even though a lot of people think she's weird, but you know, she's very friendly to a lot of people. And I like her friendship with Tommy and Annika. So that was one of the highlights of the film. And then I found Mrs. Priscillius to be a very interesting well, I wouldn't say antagonist or anything like that. Like, her character is very complex, I think. You would see her as the big bad in this film because she's like the one who's like she wants to take Pippi away from Villa Coola and send her to a children's home. But at the same time, you kind of understand where she's coming from because Pippi is a minor who's living by herself, and I can understand any adult who sees a minor living by themselves. They're probably like, you know, I gotta send this child to a children's home, and I gotta send this child to social services because I don't want this child to be hurt or anything like that. So I could kind of understand from her perspective, Mrs. Priscillius' perspective about why she wants to send Pippi to a children's home because, you know, she's a minor, she shouldn't be living by herself. But at the same time, she is shown to take extreme measures that she shouldn't be doing just to get Pippi to a children's home. So I do find her to be a very complex character and a very interesting character at that. So some problems I do have with the film. I think because this film was set up as like a TV pilot for the TV series. There is a TV series that came after this. Um, but I think because this was set up as a TV pilot, they kind of gloss over a lot of things, or there was a lot of characters in this movie that weren't fully developed. Like I felt like they could have developed Tommy and Annika a little better. Like it feels like in this movie they're just there to be Pippi's best friends, and that's about it. We don't know much about them, and we don't see how they react realistically to some of Pippi's antics. Like they seem to just go along with what Pippi does most of the part for the most part. And I would have liked to see, them kind of being a little unsure about what Pippi's doing and stuff like that because they don't live in Pippi's world. And, I would have liked the film to explore more about the different worlds that Pippi and Tommy and Annika live in. But yeah, I think they could have developed Tommy and Annika a little more. And then there's one part in the film I was a little confused about, like how does Pippi know about Villa Villacula? Like, how long has she been living at Villa Villacula? Because I thought she lived at sea for most of her life, and then the film kind of establishes that she lived at this place called Villa Villacula. So how long has she and her family been living there exactly? Like the film didn't really expand on that, and I wish that the film expanded more on at what point did Pippi live at Villa Villacula, and how does she know where to go to Villa Villacula? Um, so I wish the film kind of explained that a little more. But all in all, I thought this Pippi Longstocking is a pretty cute film. If you're a huge fan of Astrid Lindgren's original book, I think you really enjoy this movie. It's a very faithful adaptation of the book, and I read the book too, and it's a very faithful adaptation of it. But definitely check out this movie if you love Pippi Longstocking, and if you want to see an anime adaptation of Pippi Longstocking. This is a pretty decent film, and I think you enjoy it. And hopefully, I'll review the TV series down the line. Um, Hope you enjoyed my review of Pippi Longstocking. And please tell me in the comments down below, did you enjoy Pippi Longstocking? Did you hate Pippi Longstocking? Please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on new videos we post up. And also, like our Facebook page. And also support us through Patreon so we can continue to push our great content for this channel. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rowdy's Blog Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.